My husband continued to ignore me as I insisted on going back to my parents' house to spend maternity leave against his wishes. On the morning of the day I was returning to my parents' house, my husband had gathered my belongings and burned them in the backyard. "Hey, what are you doing? Burning my belongings? What's the meaning of this?" As I protested, my husband glared at me.
"What's wrong with burning the stuff of someone who's trying to go back home from maternity leave without listening to me?"
Huh? Even if you don't like the idea of me going back home, there's no need to do something like this. At that, my husband sighed in frustration.
"Listen, you belong to me. Despite being supported by me, don't act all high and mighty. You should just stay in this house and take care of me."
What are you saying? I can't stand you anymore. I'll be going back home as planned. My husband's face contorted when I told him that.
"Is that so? If that's your intention, I won't stop you anymore. You'll realize it later. You can stay at your parents' house for the rest of your life."
I reached my limit at that moment. Burning someone's belongings and not even apologizing, and behaving like this. That's enough. I'm leaving this husband. Though my insides were boiling, I managed to contain my anger, and calmly stated, "Thank you for everything." The next day, my husband went crazy and called me. My name is Serena Harris, and I'm 28 years old. I'm a part-time housewife in my second year of marriage. I was raised in a single-parent household. My mother gave birth to me at a young age and divorced my father soon after. She raised me on her own. However, my mother did not have a respectable educational or professional background, and she had to work very hard to raise me. I, too, had to endure many difficulties in my early life. After graduating high school, I wanted to go to college, but financial constraints made it impossible. I took on office work and started working at a cabaret club. My sole intention was to make life easier for my mother. It turned out that working at the cabaret club suited me quite well. I excelled in the job, both in handling alcohol and engaging with customers, receiving praise from my parents as well. It might have been a career change. I put most of my earnings into buying a condominium at the age of 25, where I lived with my mother. She always told me, "Don't overdo it with night work, it's tough." However, I found joy in working at the cabaret club, quit my daytime job, and eventually focused solely on the night shift. Continuing this lifestyle for 10 years, I upgraded the club to a high-class venue, catering to high-class clientele. I had a regular customer named Taylor. He was a businessman for a wholesale company, well-mannered and enjoyable to be around, providing comfort to me. One day, Taylor came to the restaurant with several young people from his company.
"Serena, entertain these guys for me. It's not often they come to a place like this."
Taylor laughed heartily. I greeted his subordinates. "Nice to meet you. I'm Serena. Pleased to make your acquaintance."
"Wow, I've never seen such a beautiful person before. Nice to meet you."
That's how I handed my business card to Kevin, who would later become my husband. Kevin was younger than me and worked as a sales manager in Taylor's company. He was tall, had a kind face, and was well put together. Later on, we discovered that we shared a common interest in movies and had similar tastes. On that day, Kevin behaved like any other customer, but he contacted me later through his work phone.
"I can't forget about you, Serena. If you don't mind, would you like to go to the movies with me?"
I also had feelings for Kevin, so we ended up going to the movies together. From that point on, we went on daytime dates, deepening our relationship. After Kevin's confession, we officially started dating, and 1.5 years later, he proposed to me on my birthday.
"Serena, I love you. Please marry me."
Thank you, Kevin. I'm so happy. I joyfully accepted it.
"Hey, Serena, if we're getting married, can you quit your night job?"
Well, I think that's unavoidable. Although there was no touching at the high-class club, It was still a job involving male clients. If Kevin wanted me to quit, it seemed reasonable. So I quit the nightlife industry as soon as I got married. My mother was very happy about my marriage to Kevin.
Serena getting married. I'm truly delighted. Please take care of her, okay? I promise to make her happy, Mom.
Seeing my mother shed tears of joy, I felt grateful for deciding to marry Kevin. Even at Kevin's parents' house, I was warmly welcomed. Despite knowing about my previous night job, Kevin's parents told him, Serena has gone through a lot. Now it's your turn to make her happy. Afterward, I informed the club and regular customers that I was quitting the night job. Kevin, Taylor, and others were surprised, but said,
Serena and Kevin are getting married. Well, I might have played Cupid, but I'm happy. Congratulations.
In this way, I had a grand farewell party and left the nightlife industry. After that, Kevin and I registered our marriage. We had a small wedding ceremony and began living together on the ground floor of an apartment with a garden.
Serena, would you become a full-time housewife? I worry that if you start working, other men won't leave you alone.
You worry too much. I only have eyes for you, Kevin. Can't I work a part-time job during the day?
No, you can't. Just stay at home.
Following Kevin's wishes, I became a full-time housewife. During our courtship, there were times when my work at the cabaret club made him uneasy, so I thought it would be best to go along with Kevin's wishes. However, since relying solely on Kevin's income made me a bit anxious, I decided to try stock trading, a tip I received from customers during my night job. I started investing in stocks, and since Kevin was quite taken with me, I believed our newlywed life would be happy. However, that expectation was quickly shattered. Kevin didn't do any household chores. I am a housewife, so I was prepared that to some extent I would be the one doing the housework. But Kevin left dirty dishes lying around, clothes scattered, and didn't even throw garbage in the trash can. I repeatedly asked him to change, but he remained the same. I gradually became dissatisfied with such a husband. On the other hand, there was some good news. 1 year after our marriage, I found out I was pregnant. Kevin was also delighted.
Serena, our child will surely be cute. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I'm happy too. But since I might experience more health issues from now on, could you help a bit with household chores?
Understood.
I thought that Kevin's words meant he would change for the better. However, that expectation was quickly betrayed. He still didn't do any housework. My pregnancy was difficult, often requiring me to lie down all day, leaving me unable to manage household tasks on many days. One day, when Kevin returned from work, he said,
Are you sleeping again? Where's my dinner?
I'm sorry, I couldn't make it because I'm feeling unwell due to my pregnancy. I weakly replied, and Kevin clicked his tongue.
What's this? Serena, you're a full-time housewife, right? Household chores should be perfect.
I have 2 babies in my belly, you know. I wish you could understand how tough it is with this condition.
What's the point of making you a full-time housewife then? It's useless like this.
Becoming a full-time housewife was your request, right? I inadvertently replied, but Kevin's eyes changed when he heard that.
What? Are you telling me that I have to work or else we won't have a meal?
Huh?
Your brain is only good for seducing men, right? Be grateful that I'm providing for you.
Kevin finally revealed his true colors. I was stunned.
Now that the master is back, make dinner quickly.
Saying that, Kevin tried to drag me out of bed. I couldn't resist and was forcibly brought to the kitchen by him. Kevin, I'm feeling nauseous and dizzy. Please, understand.
Are you still saying that? I could abandon you and the kids, you know. Then you'd go back to your night job, right? Pathetic.
I get it, so please stop saying such things. In this way, I, struggling to sit down, ended up making Kevin's dinner. Soon I entered the 7th month of pregnancy. While talking on the phone with my mother as usual, she said,
Serena, have you considered having a maternity leave? If you come back here, I can take care of you and I'll feel relieved.
Our residence and my parents' house were about a 3-hour drive away. I had been thinking about taking maternity leave, but I couldn't bring myself to say it, thinking it would be a burden on my mother. I'm happy that you said that, Mom. Actually, I was hoping you could help me too.
Is that so? You don't have to hold anything back. Come home and take care of yourself and the baby.
With that promise from my mother, I hung up the phone. My decision to take maternity leave at my parents' house was firmly made. That night, I talked to Kevin. I want to take maternity leave at my mother's if possible. I'd like to stay at my parents' house for about 3 months after giving birth next month. Kevin, who was drinking beer, raised his head.
Maternity leave at your mom's? No way, Serena. Stay here.
But you're not taking paternity leave, right? Since this is my first childbirth, I want my mother to help me.
Huh? You plan to leave me alone for 5 months? Who will do the housework during that time?
Kevin slammed the table, and I cowered. During that time, I think you'll have to take care of yourself.
I won't allow that. Stay at home. That settles it.
I grabbed Kevin's arm to stop him from leaving the room. Kevin, listen to me. I need to have a maternity leave. Hearing this, Kevin glared at me.
I see. Got it. You must have another man, right?
What? What are you talking about? I'm pregnant with our child.
I don't know about that. You're just a woman from a nightclub. You're probably trying to seduce another man. I understand, you know.
Kevin's eyes were dark and cloudy. Despite repeatedly refuting his statements, he waved away my hand and went to the bedroom. After that, Kevin stopped talking to me entirely. He ignored me and glared at me when I tried to talk to him. I too gradually felt the stress building up and began to think that I couldn't endure this kind of household. So I told my mother that I would be taking maternity leave at her house, and I started making preparations. The day before returning to my parents' house, I told Kevin, starting tomorrow, I'll be going on maternity leave as planned. Please, take care of things at home during that time. Kevin didn't respond to that. I had packed my belongings into a large suitcase and left it at the entrance. The next morning, I woke up to a strange smell. Smoke was lingering in the house, and I panicked, thinking the neighborhood might be on fire. When I opened the living room door, I was frozen by a shocking sight. To my surprise, Kevin was taking out the items I had packed and burning them in the backyard. My clothes, cosmetics, and baby items were all on fire, and black smoke was rising from them. I filled a bucket of water and rushed to throw it on the flames. Hey, what are you doing? What's the idea of burning my belongings? Kevin glared at me while I scolded him.
What's wrong with burning the belongings of a wife who selfishly decides to go on maternity leave at her mother's without asking for my opinion?
What? Even if you don't like the maternity leave at my mother's, there's no need to do something like this. Then my husband sighed heavily.
Listen carefully. You belong to me. I'm the one providing for you, so don't act high and mighty. All you have to do is stay at home and take care of me.
What are you talking about? I can't stand you anymore. I'll be going on maternity leave at my mother's as planned. When I decisively conveyed this, Kevin's face contorted.
Is that so? If that's what you intend, I won't stop you anymore. You'll realize it later. You can stay at your parents' house for the rest of your life.
I have reached my limit at that moment. How can you burn someone's belongings and not apologize and behave like this? Enough is enough. I'm dumping this husband. My stomach was churning, but I managed to suppress my anger and calmly told him, Thank you for your help. Then I grabbed only my wallet and cell phone and ran out of the house. My mother was surprised when I took the train back to my parents' house. Of course she would be, as her daughter, who had gone on maternity leave, returned without a single piece of luggage. When my mother heard what happened, she was furious and tried to call Kevin, but I stopped her. It's okay, Mom. I have an idea. In this way, I made a phone call to execute a certain plan and spent the day leisurely, taking a bath and sleeping at my parents' house. The next day, I woke up to the loud noise of my phone. It was already late morning. The caller was Kevin, and he had made several missed calls. I answered the phone while taking a deep breath, and Kevin's abusive language echoed in my ears.
Finally answered, huh? Serena, what's going on? I got several contracts, but all the nightclubs are calling to cancel the contracts, saying they want to terminate the deals. Did you do something?
He worked as a sales manager for a liquor distributor, and many purchase contracts came through nightclubs. All those establishments had simultaneously requested to terminate the contract. That was the phone call he was making to complain. Listening to his angry outburst, I coldly informed him. Oh, that was quick.
Huh?
Did you find it strange that you suddenly got a massive number of contracts? It's because I recommended you to the clubs. All of it.
What?
Yes, I had approached the owner of the place where I worked, trying to get them to make a contract with your company. The owner had said,
It's for Serena's benefit,
and had personally designated each store in the entire group's network to make contracts that would contribute to your performance. When I explained the situation to the owner in detail, he became extremely angry. He ordered the entire group to terminate contracts, stating that he couldn't have someone like that working for the entire organization.
If that's the case, what about my performance?
Of course, I also informed Taylor, the executive at your company, about this incident. He was quite furious. You recently got promoted thanks to me, but even that position is now in jeopardy. Kevin then started to lose control over the phone. As I listened in silence, Kevin gradually broke into tears and said to me,
Serena, please, forgive me. I love you. I just wanted to monopolize you. I promise to be a good husband and father from now on, so please try to renegotiate the contracts.
Huh? That's impossible, though.
Oh, why? Because if I can't earn, you'll be in trouble, right?
Don't worry. I've been secretly investing in stocks, and I have enough profits. I plan to work from now on, so I don't need you in my life anymore. Even if it means going to court, I'll divorce you.
No. Serena, please, forgive me.
I hung up on the crying Kevin. After the divorce between Kevin and me was finalized, I claimed emotional distress compensation from him, and it was promptly paid. Kevin had all the contracts I had secured terminated and was demoted to the back office thanks to Taylor's influence. Taylor told me,
I would have fired him, but I had to make him pay child support.
Currently, it seems Kevin is working every day, rumored within the company as the lowest man who burned his wife's luggage when she went back home to give birth. Even upon hearing this, I haven't shown any signs of distress. I hope he pays his child support payments. I, on the other hand, was able to give birth safely. I gave birth to a sweet little girl. Now I'm raising her with my mother in my hometown, and once things settle down, I plan to start a daytime job. Fortunately, a customer from my nighttime job introduced me to a great opportunity. From now on, I want to enjoy my daughter's growth and positively carve out my own life.